WBRC First Alert Chief Meteorologist JP Dice. It is Tuesday evening. The big weather story is Hurricane Matthew. Right now, looking at 140 mile per hour winds. We're expecting a little bit of weakening here over the next day or so. Right now, it's moving north at 9 miles per hour. Central pressure 28.02 inches. Look at that eye making its way. If you look closely, in fact, I am going to draw this on here. That is the eye moving into Cuba right now. So you've got the eye right there, and that's going to be just the eastern tip of Cuba. Storm's expected to continue tracking to the north. I want to show you some of the tracks and some of the model projections of what we're looking at in terms of Matthew. Number one, it is not going to be an impact on Alabama in terms of rain. Gulf Coast, we're not seeing that, but we are seeing some impacts if you have a Florida trip planned, east coast of Florida in particular. We're not talking Panama City or Destin. We're talking places like Jacksonville, Florida, Daytona, New Smyrna Beach, West Palm Beach, Fort Lauderdale, the Bahamas. For east coast of Florida, some gusty winds and heavy rain. When would that happen? That would happen Wednesday night, Thursday, maybe early Friday morning. And then this system, this hurricane, is going to make its way toward the Georgia coastline, Savannah, Tybee Island, on toward Hilton Head in South Carolina, and then eventually maybe another landfall, or the first landfall for the U.S. at least, in North Carolina, perhaps right around Wilmington. So here's the track. You can see 130 mile per hour winds nearing, this is going to be Freeport on Grand Bahama Island by early Thursday morning. And we could see inland in Florida, the peninsula area, as far inland as Orlando, of winds 40, 50 miles per hour from the system. Just keep in mind, the west side of the hurricane tends to be the weaker side. It is going to be that right side, the eastern side of the hurricane, that we are most concerned about, and that looks to be over the Bahamas. Computer forecast models continue to inch this storm a little bit closer to Florida, so I really see this storm hugging the east coast of Florida and just kind of a glancing blow across the Carolina coastline. Big story there in weather. This is one of the other computer models. This is one of our proprietary models that we look at. This is our Barron model. We call it our Viper model. 7:45 Thursday morning, you can see some of the heavy rain bands moving toward Grand Bahama Island, and very heavy rain across South Florida, Fort Lauderdale, all the way down through Miami and even the Florida Keys. Here locally, no rain. We need the rain. We're not going to really see any rain in the forecast until maybe the middle of the month. 81 degrees tonight. At this time, it's 8:17, so when we're recording this, 11:30 p.m., clear skies, 73. Early tomorrow morning, generally mid-60s. Then by noon tomorrow, in the lower 80s. 4 p.m. temperatures in the upper 80s. Secondary front comes in a late week, and that is really going to cool things down for the weekend. So here's what we have. Windy on Saturday, 84 degrees, 82 on Sunday. No chance of rain. Alabama game, 67 degrees at kickoff, 79 for the Auburn game. We'll keep you updated on Hurricane Matthew. That is our major weather story. Again, if you have travel plans, friends, loved ones in the eastern portion of Florida, coastline there, coast of Georgia or the Carolinas, they need to really be weather aware. This thing has made a landfall tonight in Haiti, moving toward Cuba as we speak, and then moving into the Bahamas. We'll keep you updated. WBRC First Alert Chief Meteorologist JP Dice.